Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2.
So would I be right in assuming that the reason Mr. Meterman was watching what Mr. Shamspeare was up to in his room...
I'm afraid that there's no end to the lengths the population of East End will go in order to steal our gas.
Gas. You're doing it.
So I
Ghastly
really
gas.
have no choice when the company identifies somebody but to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect daily. We're very thorough with our investigation. The key to summation examinations is identifying contradictions between jury statements, Mr. Naruto.
I'm sorry, did you say the B to the situation?
Mr. Naruto, if you don't get bees on the brain, I'm going to hit you across the head.
You will be very swiftly receiving a Sasato takedown.
You will be very sorry indeed.
Juror number 4.
Yes.
Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, you have strong grounds for suspecting him?
That's right, we do. And don't we, worker?
Absolutely, Lady Quinby. Gasman's honour.
Quinby.
Yes.
Oh!
Yep, Queen Bee.
They're so clever!
You will tell the court precisely why I believe the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare, has been stealing gas.
Hole! There's a hole!
Oh, and that's where it's leaking on the floor?
Oh, what?
Have you spotted something, Mr. Naruto?
Just here. There's a little hole. Do you see?
Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed.
It's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say.
So, you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamspeare?
Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with.
What?
Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it.
In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box?
Oh?
Meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do.
In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspeare secretly opened up this hole himself.
Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the game and do the voices.
Nice. It's like we've done this before.
Yeah, it's like I messed this up before.
It's like we're absolutely not re-recording this.
No, Sarah didn't mess up the intro.
I wasn't mentioning any names, but I mean, if you want to go there, then if you want to tell everyone.
Well,
At least Sarah remembered who we were, unlike somebody else who said the name of the game and then just blanked on the rest.
I knew what to say.
He sounded like he forgot the name of the game.
I knew what to do. I just kind of like had this moment of like going, this just doesn't feel right.
This is a good recording session. Anyway, just before we get in, we'll introduce ourselves. I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice.
Nice.
And just before we jump in, well, I know you guys will probably know this by now, but if you don't and you're new to the channel, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment down below if you wish as well. We do like to read them.
Yes, all fun.
Speaking of comments, to the person who pointed out that Meter Man's name is a pun on a drone bee, thank you,
yes,
but I
thank
also
you.
hate my life and want to die.
Says the guy who had bee puns coming out of his backside all last time.
Yeah, I don't think you said
Speaking
enough.
of which, could equally well be you.
Oh, no,
Would
we're off again.
that be true?
I had to remind him, didn't I? Well, yes, in a way. The weight comes into it The weight comes into it to a certain extent as well.
Oh, that's right. This whole thing about how basically Shamspeare has managed to freeze a coin out of liquid,
Yes.
put it into the gas meter, which then drips out the hole in the bottom,
Yeah.
meaning he gets all the gas he wants, and then Mr. and Mrs. B over here don't get any money.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yeah. So we already figured this out last time round, and now, yeah, meet him and say,
We thought that though anyway. If I find any fake coins inside the coin box when I empty the meter, the contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they diddled as a fine.
I don't think that's what diddled
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It's a British thing.
It's
I
a yeah.
guess.
It's a
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. See,
a
in
British
America,
idiom.
diddled means something else.
Is it rude?
Is it like a you've done a naughty?
Or you've gone for a little wee wee.
You've
You had a diddle.
No,
You've done
diddle
sexual intercourse.
is like, yes, that one.
Oh.
sexual intercourse.
Oh, okay, so yeah, it's a sort of British idiom for like, yeah, you've swindled someone.
Yes. If you've been diddled out of some coin,
Yeah.
it means that somebody's stolen something from you.
I
In
love
America,
the
diddled typically refers to putting the male cylinder in the female
For
cylinder.
God's sake.
My God.
Oh, when you put it like that.
I love how
Oh,
it's like
God.
completely contrasting like definitions of that word.
Well, I mean, no, it kind of does. It does sort of fit in a weird way. Anyway.
It does, but yeah, like wow, okay.
Well, somebody's getting screwed. It's just a matter of whether it's metaphorically or literally.
There we go.
Oh, we live for moments like that, as gasmen do. Live for 'em.
It would seem the gas company has thought of everything.
Oh, not everything.
Oh, yahoo! Woohoo! Hurrah for gas! Hurrah for cash! Altamont all the way!
Will you calm down? That's quite enough of that.
Oh, that's your stinger, Mom.
Remind me, how big are threepenny bits?
About 3/4 of an inch across.
Taylor, why? Not when you're describing measurements, it's not always a sex thing. Like, for God's sake, man.
I think the problem is because I'm doing it in the voice and I'm deliberately making it sound sexual as well. Like,
Fine.
I'm also encouraging this. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Is 2 centimeters measurement significant?
It depends in what
Susato!
context.
Who you are, I suppose.
Susato, my dear, it's not the size, it's how you use it, my darling.
It does depend on the context, doesn't it, Susato?
Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on.
No, it'll be the measurement that we want, because then we want to point out the depression in the soap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you may be right. Perhaps I should try a different tack here.
Did we investigate the soap?
We did.
We
and
did.
We talked about it, but we couldn't sort of combine it.
Oh, okay.
Like asking.
Like asking about whether the meter can be dismantled, for example.
I feel like any
think
time when it says, "Oh yeah, ask about it or don't bother," like, why would you ever say no? Like, yes.
Yes!
Unless, yeah, well, it's just, how can the meter be dismantled?
Dismantled?
Yes, given that there are no signs of it having been forced. I'm sorry, been forced. I'm wondering if perhaps rather than being broken open, it might have been taken apart.
Well, yes, that does make some sense. The padlocks are made by a first-class locksmith from the finest quality steel. And the meter box itself is made from plate steel as well, welded shut to ensure it can't be opened again. I can assure you, it's quite impossible to dismantle it.
Wahoo! Yeah, nothing leaks from an Altamont meter. No coins, no gas, no nothing.
I really don't know how to do the wahoo bit because it just feels
Wahoo!
with that voice. It just feels really wrong.
Remember that he's also 23 years old.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the most, like, Jesus.
I think it's 20. Check the court record.
No, it was. It was. Frickin' London in the 19th century was a cruel mistress.
Oh my God!
Yeah, 23! 23! What the hell? How old's she?
Oh my God!
How old's she?
38.
38! 38, she looks younger than him!
She does. Well, yeah, she does. She does. She does.
Bleed now.
Oh my goodness!
The life of a drone bee.
He's grown
It's
up
hard.
in a very rough neighborhood, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so.
Good.
He looks like he has like 10 kids, a mortgage, and, heavy depression.
And a dog.
And a dog.
multiple dogs.
Multiple dogs.
He's trying to get rid of him. Just giving him away to anybody. Please
Well,
take one.
you could say that his life is a real goss. I see.
For gosh sake, Taylor.
The witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is
Oh,
pertinent.
no, we've messed it up, I think.
No, we haven't. She's saying it's impossible. She said it's like strong steel. How the hell's he managed to drill into the bottom of it then?
No, because I think the problem is we need to point out the size of the depression.
Do we?
But
I think so, because that's the whole...
I don't think the measurement was in the statement, though,
I think
Taylor.
he's trying. He said he was trying a different tack. So
I think we might be a little bit too far ahead
let's
with that
see.
thought.
Let's
yeah.
see what the statement is. Let me. As you
yeah,
wish,
that's
my
fair.
lord. All joints on the meter are welded shut, and the lock is made from solid steel. There's no way to dismantle it.
Right.
Is it
Oopsie,
showing the
sorry.
hole on the bottom? Because it's like.
All joint welded shut. And see, I feel like did we show the hole before? Or
We did.
Didn't have a single coin in it. There's the hole in the bottom.
What happens if we press that statement again?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's press it.
Hold it! Has anyone ever tried?
Oh yeah, they've tried. But they've given up all but they've all given up before long.
After all, if they actually broke the meter, the company would be able to take legal action.
Yeah, but if they do minor, like, wear and tear damage, like, I don't know, drilling a hole in the bottom of it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, that's
I
suspiciously
beg your pardon.
that's suspiciously similar to the state of this meter, actually, now that I think about it, isn't it? And he's not been paying anything, so maybe we should revise those terms and conditions.
Yes, that makes sense.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
No,
Is its
okay, I think
welded
we need to change
construction
it.
significant?
No.
Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on. Yeah.
Yes, you may be right. Perhaps I should try a different tack here. Okay, and now, like, asking about how the meter... Okay, yeah, so we did mess it up.
Okay.
So,
Delve deeper for the coins.
how do... Okay, so this is just going to be the same thing.
Yeah. So let's skip through that. Da. So does that get amended to the...
I see.
So then we just say leave it. Oh, okay, now she does it.
As you
All
wish,
right.
my
As you
lord.
wish, my
So she's
lord.
added it to the thing.
And now we present the soap.
The meter is exactly the diameter thickness of a thumbnail, but nothing else will fit.
Taylor, what? Taylor, it's a coin slot. You can't...
Exactly.
You can't put... You can't put your dick in a coin slot.
Whoa, now!
That
Whoa!
sounds like quite a talk if I've ever heard it.
Asquith, my office!
That's a reference.
I know, that's a Mitchell and Webb
Right.
reference. I'm sorry if you don't
Let's
get it.
Nope. Whomp.
We messed
My
it up,
lord,
mate.
All right, so hang on.
Oh,
So-
unless we have to examine it, and then we have to find out
Yeah,
what
with
the
the-
freaking
Are you
diameter
sure we've
is.
examined the soap? I don't remember.
we have.
Yeah, well, he did say that the...
Because he said, like, oh, look, there's a depression in the soap. But he's not sort of gone into any great detail. Unless now that we've got the new context.
Look at this bar of soap. There's a circular depression on this side. Aha!
Ah,
Oh,
there
he
we
did not
go.
say that.
Yeah.
There's a circular depression on this side, about 2 centimeters across.
Getting ahead of ourselves. Or 3/4 of an inch. Do you think?
Yeah. See, this wasn't said before. Like,
Yeah,
so
we're getting
was
ahead
not.
of ourselves,
We
guys.
did find the soap at the scene, didn't we?
what we're doing is we're trying to present the banana when we should be showing the picture of the banana.
Yes, we are, yeah. Penalty! No. I just like how she says it, sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I showed you the wrong side of the soap. My mistake.
Did you say this, Taylor?
We
Sorry.
did. I did say.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one.
And it had a red circle in it now that I think about it. Oh, that's strangely not there now.
Is that why it was split in half at the crime scene? He was getting the coin out of it.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. But he's only got a fork to try and prize it out.
Wait, so he can only make like 1 coin per bar of soap? That's pretty bad.
But I'm sure that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish
There we go.
medallion in the middle. In the middle there. I remember it clearly.
Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone?
There we go.
There we go.
Yes.
There we are, boys.
And now we present the picture of the banana.
Yes.
Right, so now nothing else will fit.
Booyakasha.
Objection!
Yay.
Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, I'm acknowledging a flaw in my product.
Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating Mr. Shamspeare's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly.
You don't say.
Something the same size as a threepenny bit? What was it?
The item in question is this.
Oh, that doesn't look the same size as a threepenny bit. What are you talking about, you
That'd
peculiar...
be the size of a bar of soap.
What? Have you been inhaling gas? It's a bar of soap.
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say.
Yes, well, if you'd kindly just look at the soap for more than 2 seconds,
If you would
you'll realize
check-
what I'm talking about.
If you would
Mr.
check under your soap.
Mr. Naruhodo, you need to turn it round.
Oh, my mistake. Goodness gracious, I would lose my own head if it weren't screwed onto my shoulders. Thank you, Mr. Zetto. It looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here.
God's sake!
That's why I said to turn it over.
I suppose to be completely fair to these people, these strange people in this courtroom, he has stood a fair distance away, and if he's just waving about a bar of hand soap,
Wait.
Look at this!
they may not notice the depression.
Do you
in
mean
the
I
other
have
soap.
to turn about the soap?
Oh.
So yes,
What's so important about the soap is this part here.
yes, the only mark on the soap, honestly, because it's like, oh yeah, look, this part, the soap part. God's sake! Oh, I've not pressed the button.
There's that funny... Oh,
Sorry.
What have you done?
Oh, that was almost 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Rather like something else.
something else we've been talking...
Wait a minute.
Excuse me, Mr. Naruhodo. I understand that you have a thought process here, but could you not stop in the middle of presenting your evidence to have an internal dialogue, please?
I feel like rather like something else we've been talking about recently. In fact, and Sasato's like,
right this
I don't-
very second, in fact.
Sasato's like, I don't know what you're referring to, Mr. Naruhodo, and I don't like the way you're looking at me.
Mr. Naruhodo, it's this
We're trying!
We're trying, but the stupid person playing the game pressed the wrong freaking button.
I'm so sorry, Your Excellency.
Got it!
I'm sorry, Your Excellency.
You are-
I'm just checking to see if it is 3/4 of an inch.
Excuse me, madam. Would you please come away from the defense's trousers?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency.
You have to turn about the soap.
Oh God damn it, Taylor! And I've said gavel.
You have to turn about the soap to see what I mean.
Oh, he did it again.
Oh. Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there?
That's right. A depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter.
Have you
opposed
lost
to my-
your blooming mind? How can
As
you
opposed
put
to
that,
my
that
depression,
bar
which
of
is about
soap-
20 feet wide.
How can you put soap through the coin slot of our gas meter?
Or, in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit.
Get away!
Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit?
I certainly
Quickly
don't
now.
get paid enough to have one of them.
Hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen, and into this piggy bank. As many as you
I can
can,
imagine
quickly.
that guy on the jury like, well, if I would get out of this bloody courtroom, then I might earn a threepenny bit and the wife won't kill me for spending all the savings. It sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
It does a little bit.
Oh, thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery,
I have here a threepenny bit.
Now I'm just going to pocket it.
Yes, good. Now, to see if it fits.
Ta-da!
My word! It couldn't be more snug.
Boom. Headshot.
Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded.
Well, I don't believe it.
Ah!
Why did I think
So-
of that?
Your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas?
Yes! The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit.
I must concur at least that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. In fact, it seems quite similar to something that peculiar defect detective fellow did. Oh, but that wasn't yet. That's in the future, isn't it? Whoops. I forgot that we were doing a flashback right now. And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You could make fake coins in no time.
Oh, bother.
Oh no, I've revealed the... I have revealed the terrible problem with our gas meter.
Problem.
Everyone's going to be having free gas.
This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shamspeare has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link.
Oh, but where are the coins going?
And now if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet.
But this is all nonsense.
Yeah, I agree.
If the man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter.
Yeah, a whole flipping bar full of soap in there I'd have found. Quite true, Lady Altamont. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear.
Liquid.
Yeah, it's going to
not
be
that
the
anybody-
photo now.
Not that anybody believes in black magic at all. I definitely don't. I'm just going to put this book under my chair.
I haven't pointed the finger at the Japanese for using black magic at all in any of these games.
Jeez.
Well, they did. They were like saying there's
Although
some
to
kind
be
of
f-
sorcery
although the
that they
pros-
had over the courtroom.
The prosecution does seem to be some kind of vampire or something, perhaps.
Well, no, I think Van Zieks said it himself. I think it was in the first game, like saying that Ryunosuke was using some kind of black magic, some black Eastern magic to like cast upon the court to make him believe it. It's like, really, dude? Come on.
I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air. Yes.
Exactly. And the meter here gives it away.
Oh, well, would you kindly point out exactly where?
What on earth?
There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room.
If that is your assertion, counsel, the defense will identify these remnants for the court at once.
And we show them the hole.
The whole.
Where on the meter can the remnants of the method be used to make the fake coins disappear be seen?
Da 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 da.
The whole.
Da hole.
No! I did it again!
Oh, not again!
And you can't skip the text either. It's like, come on, hurry up. It's like, no, you messed up, and now you've got to deal with it. I just.
And the money ends up. Da, 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 money else in. Oh well.
Oh no, I suppose not. But then the question remains, why would somebody go to the efforts of making a hole here?
Because they want to steal
Got it!
the money.
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window.
Outside?
Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meter Man, were loitering. In the freezing winter air.
Oh, I'll have you know, I was just
not loitering.
looking at stuff for no reason. I was marveling at the beautiful street covered in snow. You look just like one
That's
of
where
those
we.
postcards.
That's where we found this soap.
I get it.
That's right. The answer, of course, is ice.
Did you say eyes?
Does make you wonder why it was red, though, doesn't it? I suppose just for a visual aid, I suppose. Because if you literally just used water, you wouldn't see it on you wouldn't really see it very clearly on the image, so it wouldn't stand out. And so, I guess that's why you used like a wine or something.
Yeah.
Might be. Mr. Shamspeare has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening, filled with water.
And by water, I mean wine.
Water.
Red water.
After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning.
Unless the red is supposed to be something more sinister, but interesting.
Just pricks his finger and bleeds into it like a bloody ritual. I mean,
Well, I don't know. It's just like, well, I don't mean it like that. I just meant more that like, so we're going on the angle that it's water, but then like obviously it wouldn't be red if it was water, unless it is blood or something, and there's something really weird. But I think I'm delving too deep.
I think it's probably just a design choice for it to stand out.
Just to make it stand out. No, I agree. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice, now inside the meter's coin box, melts.
Turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter.
And Shamspeare's now just like bricking it, like, oh,
Yeah.
oh no!
Whoa.
How am I going to keep warm? How am I going to keep warm?
That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas.
One could say he's an absolute sham. Just like that. So simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots?
I didn't have to try very hard, my dear.
He's been fooling us, all with some bars of soap and some water?
That's right, madam.
I don't believe it! It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless.
I'm fairly sure I didn't design it.
Evidence.
Sorry?
I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof.
I don't believe I used the word rubbish.
Oh no.
She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she?
Sad Susato.
Yes.
Don't you mean accountability?
No.
No, I don't.
No. No, she doesn't.
Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it.
Okay.
The picture.
Oh, yes, the water
Yep.
underneath.
What? Mr. Naruto! Are you saying you do actually have evidence to support this theory?
I mean, I
Oh,
suppose...
wait. What was that you just said? Are you claiming that the defense was making these wild accusations without having any evidence?
Something like that, yes, Your Excellency.
I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. The piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shamspeare has been stealing gas is... Take that!
Yeah.
This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspeare. Wait, what?
What remnants? Impossible.
Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspeare's room.
Gas.
Gas. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter.
It's a...
Oh, it's a puddle.
What What is that? Some kind of grubby stain.
Almost certainly, it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours...
You know what? This guy is an idiot. If it was me, because I just feel like, just put a cup there.
Yeah.
Put a cup there to collect the water, and then that way, you don't slowly rot away the wooden floor underneath the gas meter. Just
I
a
think
thought.
the other thing to bear in mind is, like, did he even need to make the hole in there at all? Because if the room is heating up to a sufficient amount, the water could just evaporate from inside the machine.
Well, water does need to be quite a high temperature to evaporate, to be completely honest. And I guess depending on how frequently he's putting those coins in, if it fills up with water, then, you know. I don't know. But anyway, like I say, just putting a cup on the floor.
Yeah, put a cup. Yep.
Yep.
We can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day.
Oh, there you go. And you see that would fill up the repository, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The coin
I suppose
reservoir.
it would, yes. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor.
This is awful.
And there's further evidence too.
Oh, heck.
Oh.
There is, yes?
Mr. Shamspeare is slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half.
Oh, yes, because he's obviously eaten the other half.
No, Mr. Shams, could you go away?
But it's plain and simple. It's right in front of us.
I thought you said you couldn't come to this trial.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. Yes, better get back in disguise.
Hurley, you're not fooling anyone. You've used that disguise before. Your
I'm
cover
just
is
going to make my
blown.
way out of the courtroom. I know he's going to see me going, and off I go.
Don't worry, Runo. I'll take him back to the asylum.
Oh, very good, very good. Thank you very much.
You're right.
Yes, I know.
It would appear to me then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he?
Sake.
Ah, see, I told you.
Hurley! Come along now.
Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but certainly not.
He didn't beat about the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shamspeare was found with a fork in his hand.
A meal of soap is sounding increasingly likely. Oh, do you mean to say he was using that fork to...
Yes.
I like that they just completely cut the judge off
Yeah.
To extract,
mid-sentence.
to extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap.
But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious. Good gracious.
Oh, that's a trying times, isn't it? If you've got to use the soap.
Away.
Oh, my eye! Oh, God, why? Lord Van Zieks!
I was throwing my hand up in despair.
Ooh!
It took me a second to realise what that was about then, Tim. I was like, oh, someone in the audience was excited. It's like,
Yes, it was me who was excited.
anyway. And
This isn't my game, but I'll have fun watching anyway.
and happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my... I'm going to be honest.
Maladroit.
Maladroit?
Yeah.
Is it really maladroit? Maladroit? Maladroit?
Maladroit.
Pray forgive my maladroit mistake.
What is the meaning of this, Counsel?
Maladroit.
Oh, there we go.
Maladroit.
Taylor was on the same wavelength as me.
That freaked me out for a minute.
Maladroit.
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question.
Uh-oh.
What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination?
That Mr. Shamspeare's pants are on fire.
And he's a sham.
Well,
That Mr. William Shamspeare is a liar and a thief.
I like Ryunosuke's
Yes,
like,
that-
the eyes.
In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
I don't believe I asked you.
that's it! That's exactly it!
Very
Mr.
well.
Naruhodo, really?
Let us assume the man is a liar.
I
Now.
beg your pardon.
Now, allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make?
Well, liars are wont to lie. Possibly to Van Zieks.
Not to
Well-
mention they go through underwear like their pants are on fire. We know that suicide can be discounted. We all know? Is it?
Yeah.
Scottish Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony.
The young in big air quotes.
The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Eh?
Oh dear, I feel another summation examination coming on.
Even if William Shamspeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it.
Ah, not another escape room.
Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication.
Whoa, now.
You. What?
It's like turning to Kazuichi.
Order! Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
No,
I
please?
don't think he's. I don't think he is at the moment. Mr. Naruhodo!
What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zieks is saying? Raise an objection, I would think.
Just trying to think.
Well, because he went out before he came back to Soseki-san's, right?
I don't remember. Well, why don't we make a little wee safety save?
Let's check the evidence we have again.
Because I'm wondering where that envelope comes into it. It's like an envelope piece.
An envelope. Envelopey. Not here, there isn't.
It's the
Th-
piece
this-
that
this
looks
is-
like
what-
Monsieur Lecoq.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm curious what that is for.
Suppose we haven't examined it.
No.
Whoever opened this envelope didn't bother with a letter opener or scissors, did they?
Yes. Whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament.
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 Oh dear.
God's sake. And judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed.
Well, I mean, unless they turned it over and opened it in the left hand.
Miss Susato! I think perhaps someone's been reading too much of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
You can never read too much of it, Mr. Naruhodo. Never!
Oh, good. I'm glad we did that.
What hand is Shamspeare holding the fork?
No ways. Right hand.
He drinks the tea with his left hand.
Well, he was holding the cup in his left hand.
We haven't looked at
Have
the
we
cups.
examined these?
No. we
What's
haven't.
that line around the...
It's like the rim of the tea. It's to imply tea's been in it.
This must be the cup that Mr. Shamspeare was drinking from then. It's stained on the inside.
Tea does that, I'm afraid. Even green tea.
It does.
Oh, really? I've never noticed before.
Oh, you obviously clean your cups properly.
You've never noticed?
Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down.
I mean, there is that.
Drink tea.
Drink tea while it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it?
Oh dear. So many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese.
Okay.
So,
I feel like we still need to raise an objection, though.
This is the teacup from which Mr. Natsume was drinking.
Yes, unlike the other one, the inside of the cup is completely clean.
Wait, no, is that the point? He didn't drink poison. The tea has been left in the cup for a long time. Does it matter?
I don't think so.
No, maybe not. I was just thinking that, like, if the rim's been stained like that, that implies the drink has been sat in the cup for a long
well,
time.
he said he'd left it till it's gone cold. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, being a dum-dum then.
I did read that.
I suppose he must have drunk the contents before the tea had a chance to leave a mark.
I always gulp it down, too.
Sorry, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, if you just sip it little by little, it goes cold.
Clearly, I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea.
There is no tea ring on the inside.
Right, okay, so does the picture show which cup is
No.
on the table? No.
Oh, on the table?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, I'm just. It just depends.
What is the map from?
The map.
Nearby street map. Wait, that's
I'm not sure why that's here.
the Briar Road thing.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why that's
yeah.
there. Second-hand book receipt.
Oh, yeah, that's obviously because it's.
Pair of teacups, the medical report, strychnine intoxicated 30 minutes after ingestion, high likelihood of it being mixed in tea.
Oh, wait a minute! There's tea on the rim still. Remember how the whole thing was saying that there wasn't a drop left?
They've done the wrong cup.
Oh.
So if we can give them that teacup, there's still a ring on there. They can test that for strychnine.
It's got to be important because it updated the
Yeah.
court record
yes,
for it.
Yes.
They've obviously like. Yeah.
I'm still saving anyway. Safety save.
Yes,
We've already gone down one.
Scottish Yard did a boo boo, and they've done a they've done a lab swab on the wrong cup.
No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What? But, Counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shamspeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zieks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all.
What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend?
At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. Nani. But the situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witness to take the stand.
Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense?
Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear.
I mean, I'm glad you think so, Ryunosuke.
I was about to say, there's a question that we now need to reconsider. Namely, was the poison in the tea? We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume, but that's conjecture at best.
Objection! The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There is no other possibility.
But we've established he's a liar.
There is no other possibility.
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 Aha! There we go!
Yeah.
Since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
As Scottish Yard assumed the fact that he's got the fork in his right hand, that the right cup would be his cup, not the
Objection!
I don't know.
Maybe. As I said, the situation has changed.
Probably not.
I have altered the deal.
Because, in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And a particular piece of evidence proves... Okay, good.
Okay, there
Look
we
at
go.
the
Good
cups
job we
already.
just looked at the cups then.
Yeah.
Objection! A ludicrous claim. Scottish Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively.
Yes. Yeah, I'll vouch for them as well. Completely went through everything with a fine-tooth comb. We couldn't possibly have missed anything.
Unless it was teacup-sized. Teacup
Well,
shape.
the thing you might not know about old Gregson is he's got a touch of the colour blindness. So, in truth, if there was anything left on the teacup, I couldn't have seen the difference.
He's got
It's
a
little
little
bit.
bit. He's got a bit of shape blindness. I didn't see any teacups anywhere in the scene.
Blind. I just about managed to pick out the one, but that was about it.
It's only because somebody else handed it to me.
Yeah.
What evidence are you suggesting they missed? Well, that sounds really weird. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? Yeah.
Your
The
mum.
defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea?
Doop, 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 doop.
The pet of...
Take that!
that.
What exactly is this piece of evidence supposed to reveal about Mr.
Oh, no.
Natsume's
Oh,
tea,
no.
counsel?
Well, I suspect it may possibly be related to the tea in small...
Really?
Really? The tea...
What?
Angry.
Oh, for
If we dig deep enough.
Then you will be digging for a very long time.
Oh, yes!
indeed.
The teacups that contain the tea couldn't possibly be related to the tea!
My,
Not in my Ace Attorney game!
my learned friend.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Oh.
Ah.
Even at the bottom of the deepest chasm, you will find no sense in that absurd assertion.
For God's sake, what?
What does that even mean? What?
What?
Ugh. Sometimes I wish I could disappear down a deep chasm to escape his deep sarcasm.
Then I advise you to think more deeply before you answer again this time.
So, what the actual? Right, so I'm gonna have to.
Can
duel
you bring up the tea and then show the ring?
it. No.
No, so I would have thought you'd present that, then it'd
You have to
happen
present
after.
the whole thing. I wasn't stupid and like
Tell us
misclicked.
I don't know. Can you examine it?
Yes.
Can you?
Got a tick on
Okay,
it.
no.
Nothing in that.
So we can't
The
even...
kettle. The pot.
What about the pot?
There'd been stuff in the pot. There's a pot on the stove.
Oh yeah.
Surely he'd have bought it in that, not in the teacups. I'm going out on a whim here. No. For God's... Really? What the hell are we missing?
You should leave a comment down below. Right, so let's try again. And I'm going to skip through all this. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been all of that dialogue if it wasn't that. But it's like,
Unless it's one of them where we have to like say, oh no, and then...
Right, so let's... Okay, so we have examined these already. Good, okay. Back, la 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 la. Situation's changed now.
Is it the wrong thing? Did we question that wrong thing? Was someone else response?
was there?
Well, no.
Was there another visitor? There's got to be. That envelope has got to come in it. Has he received an envelope from someone that's going to meet him?
Right.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
What if the victim did in fact have another visitor besides Mr. Natsume?
If that's your assertion, by all means, tell us who it was.
That's not going to be.
Ah, yes. Well,
Well, who was this mysterious third-party counsel?
I think it's a little too soon to be naming names, my lord.
On the contrary, it's a little too late. Much like your defense.
Gah!
Guess. I guess. Is someone else responsible?
Well,
Is it wait and see?
Wait, no, hang on a minute. So, maybe we are barking up the wrong tree a little bit because, this what we proved before about was about there being water in the gas machine. That he was freezing water in the soap to get the gas. Now, water, as we all know, is clear, see-through, right? But there was definitely something red in the soap. You don't think somebody poisoned?
Do you think
It was
do you think Mr.
He
Nats-
inhaled the
Yes,
strychnine?
the poison was in the soap. He put the coin in the machine because it was red, I guess, whatever the strychnine, I'm presuming. And then as it evaporated, it went into the air.
That's why he only got knocked out instead of being poisoned.
Yes. What it doesn't explain is why Mr. Natsume isn't. Well, I guess unless he's.
No, he did. Maybe he did because he said he felt like he was being strangled when he went, and it takes effect. It was like, is it like 30 minutes? It takes a while to take effect.
Yeah.
So maybe he kind of got a small
he got
dose of
lucky.
it, but like obviously Mr. Shamspeare is in his room for longer.
Yeah. All right.
But
So
we haven't got it though. That's the problem.
was the poison in the tea? But I think we point at the bar of soap.
Oh, the gas meter. It could also be the
Maybe.
gas meter, because if something was leaking out of that, because we know it was tampered with now.
Yes. All right. So. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What it can tell us about the nature of the defendant.
Nature of the defendant's tea.
What?
It's saying T though.
It is.
It's really like focused on the T.
All right, I'm going to try the soap, and then I'm going to try the meter. Okay, so it's
No.
not that. Good gracious.
What?
No.
Oh,
Good gracious. The soap again? The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of eyes?
Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this. Pete's got it then. It's the red
Yeah.
medallion. Yeah. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday.
well, that's what I mean, because I was thinking, like, was he freezing wine or something, which I know seems really stupid.
He was freezing tea. He must have been.
Maybe. Again, why you wouldn't just freeze water, though?
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar.
So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating.
In a way, yes, but there's more.
Nani?
The coins were found in the soap at the coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
There was something strange about them, you mean?
So I suppose it's a good thing that he's left one there, because they're going to send someone there to grab the bar of soap and we're going to examine what the coin is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red.
The ice was red. Have you quite lost your marbles? No. You mean.
That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea.
What?
I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial.
That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me.
Oh, that's why he let it get cold. That's why he didn't drink it.
Oh.
When I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result! Never will I touch tea again! Never!
Ah, yes. I believe there had been snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End were prone to freezing.
So on the night in question, Mr Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr Natsume in order to make his fake coins.
So, because I was going to say, but this doesn't change things, because it still implies that, okay, well, he definitely had the tea, and the tea was definitely poisoned, but I suppose it does suggest that maybe he didn't drink any of it.
No, that's right. He left the tea to get cold, because if you would, put boiling hot tea into the soap, it would have ruined it.
Yeah.
So he left it there, let it get cold, so that he could then put it in the coins, so it could freeze overnight.
In the soap to make the coins. Yeah, so he didn't actually consume any of it.
Yeah.
Right.
My word!
There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right. And we only borrowed one of them.
Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still... Oh, and they can test that.
Yeah.
Is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr Shamspeare's window.
Oh no, it appears that it has mysteriously disappeared.
Oops, I dropped it.
Extraordinary.
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remained, Scottish Yard would be able to analyze it for poison.
For poisson.
As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all. It's like it actually does, and it's like, oh bother.
Ugh, you smug Nipponese.
Oh, the very smuggest. My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now.
Well, I suppose not.
The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once.
My goodness, I mean, it does seem quite trivial.
But it's freezing cold outside. I left my galoshes at
It
home.
does seem quite trivial, but I suppose you're
I
probably
do not want to
right.
walk all the way there and back. It's at least a 30-minute walk. And the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poisson.
Poisson. Any fish.
Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police.
What?
Instruct the police to attend the scene at once.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, my lord, understood.
Oh, Hurley, what are you doing?
Hurley, I've told you before you can't pretend to be the court bailiff again.
But it's just so much fun, my dear.
I know that voice.
Am I going mad? Stark raving, sir.
Stark raving, sir.
It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zieks.
No.
None, my lord.
Regrettably.
This amateur will find nothing of consequence.
Scottish Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. Wait, excuse me, what are you giggling at over there?
I still love that we say Scottish Yard.
I'm just-
It's just become a thing.
For me,
I just love it.
it's
very
I am this Scottish as somebody would point out, but do you have me having a care about it? No, I would say no.
For me, it's just important that I'm just glad that it's a small victory every time I say it because I remembered it.
Well, yes,
And
true.
I didn't mess the joke up.
True, true.
Mess up the bit. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. The prosecution and defense...
Tomorrow?
Oh. Wow.
Multi-day trial.
I suppose they've got to analyse it, so I suppose it's going to take a while.
I'm just
so.
thinking, I don't think we've had any multi-day trials in this yet, have we?
No, I don't
No, we
think so.
haven't.
No.
The prosecution and defense may conduct further investigation as appropriate in the interim.
Oh.
Crikey.
It's just
Yes, my lord.
It's just like a modern day Ace Attorney game. My goodness.
Back to the coffin, then.
Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow.
Thank you.
Mr. Naruhodo, have you heard of Poker Face? I probably wouldn't let your guard down until we've left.
Is that the song by Lady Gaga?
No, Mr.
By
Naruhodo.
Madame Gaga?
Does it mean I should look like I've been stuck with a poker?
If you like, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you, councils. Court is adjourned until tomorrow.
Oh, thank God. I still have a chance to get some money before my wife skins me and turns me inside out.
And throws me in
It is
Thames.
4:59 p.m. Oh, son of a...
It's like, but yes, our fifth juror seems to have taken a very conspicuous leave of absence. We're not sure where he went. All we could find was bloodied clothing near the Thames. I'm not touching that one. He made his bed, and now he's gonna lie in it at the bottom of the lake. Or river, rather.
1:11 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Is it constituency?
Constituency.
Sorry.
Whew! We made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while.
Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you.
Oh, thank you.
And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow.
Yes, let's do that.
Is everything all right?
I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less.
Embrace your dreams.
The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma.
It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him.
Yes. I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan.
But did he have a plan?
Oh, Sarah, no.
I know, I'm sorry.
No.
I feel really bad.
Curses the time.
I know, I'm sorry.
We're having a moment.
I know.
know.
I ruined the sad moment.
It wasn't, well, I guess sad, but,
Well, kind of.
but it was it's
the
sort of
pensive.
This cannot be.
it was sad, but also like Naruhodo and Susato having a little bit
I
of
know,
a like
I
close
know. I
moment.
didn't want to, but I'm sorry. I had to.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Damn time.
You just monitor the time. That's all.
I sorry.
So it's not your fault.
I have to gavel because I said a naughty word.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
But well, hopefully you enjoyed our silly video, and if you did, you know what to do, guys.
Yeah.
We said this stuff at the start.
You know what to do.
Drop down a comment. Let us know how much you liked it. Tell your friends. Spread the word.
Yeah.
We're terrible at social media, so
We try, but
we're
it never
terrible.
works.
We're terrible at promoting ourselves, so
We're very humble. But yes.
But yeah. And
Until next time.
we'll catch you in the next one, everybody.
Indeed, we will. See you next time, guys.
And remember, if you're going to feed ice coins to your gas meter, just put a cup underneath it to catch the water.
God,
you don't
yeah.
need to ruin your floorboards.
For God's sake,
Goodness sake.
idiot.